and today we are going to be making another tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on building. But before we move on to that, let's get a good laugh.
A more specialized build in some particular aspect. Don't forget that your ride's power score will be used for multiplayer matchmaking. Power score.
The best thing about Crossout is I can completely go right to the starter car, load. Now, for the building tutorial, you are going to normally get things like you will later get more fenders. It's one of the first thing you get is up to 4 fenders. Sometimes people like to put them like this. But another thing that you might like to do is to stick it like this. Doesn't make much sense, but it's something that people have been doing. Now this is one of the cabins you can earn, not quite off the bat, but close enough off the bat. Then you unlock the cords, though in the tutorial you build one. As you can see, this. Now the best thing about Crossout is they're trying to do a tutorial series, but they aren't really doing it that well. See, you don't want to stick your parts under your guns. The best place to put your guns would be on the cabin because the cabin normally doesn't break, but sometimes your guns get really exposed and they get shot off real easy. So you have to armor your vehicle all around it to prevent this issue from occurring. So, as you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bunch of parts that you can get right off the bat to help you. On the back of the truck, you normally want to stick parts that you get for like the engine, the generator, the car jack, this stuff. It's normally the best place to put your parts. But another thing you could do is you could move your cabin a little bit more back. But when you do that, you kind of change things up a little on the controls. Now, sometimes people like to put their machine guns on stuff like that because the bullets tend to pass through the grill. But the thing is, it can still be shot off really easily, which you don't want that. normally get 2 of these, and with 2 of these, something I figured out that's pretty good is you can use them like this. Then, when you unlock your small plow, you get like this nice cool grill effect. Yep. Now, another thing is you don't want to constrict your guns at all, because if you constrict them, you can't quite hit anything. As you can see, with a little bit of layout like this, guns tend to stop firing on certain angles. It's not, you wouldn't think it was that big of a deal, but when you're still holding down the same key, as you can see, that gun still fires. A way around that issue is to set the gun, that way when you go to do this, all you have to do is not hold down that key and it won't fire. To do that, you go to here, and as you can see, it highlights it in blue. See now, oh crap, okay, when I go to test drive, and then I still have this full bar left. Oh, crap. That's something you can keep in mind. These van ramps normally aren't that good, but they do work good as a artistic thing. They're more of something for autistic people who like to keep things even, like that. Eventually you'll get the rear car door. Then you can just plop it down. And it can cover a large mass, or you could do what some people do and put it in the front, like that, and move your cabin back, and then you can keep all this stuff in the front. It's normally not the wisest decision, but people have done it. Another thing is, I can plop that off. Okay, that's completely useless. Dang it. Okay, well, I'll put that up for trade later. These you can get off almost off the bat. Just go, pop it. And they're almost the exact same size as the starter wheel, but they are better in every way. Unfortunately, you just might have to work for it. Getting your butt kicked for a little bit. Radio is another thing you can get almost right off the bat, which is kind of a problem. And as you can see right now, everything with the economy is shot. So you shouldn't have a problem if you want that. With a design like this, you have to worry about melee builds rushing your butthole. And that's normally solved if you stick a bumper in the back. And that way I don't run into any problems. I put that right there. Bumper catch is normally your backup bumper that you use when your primary bumper gets destroyed. Now you could stick a machine gun on your rear. Oh wait, nope. Apparently you don't have an energy for more than 3. Now with this car, if you want to stick the weapon radiator in the car jack, that takes 2 energy, and you only have 6 left. But if you get better at driving, as you will notice here, you eventually realize you don't really need the car jack anymore. You also need to keep in mind with your structure, because as you can see here, the van side doesn't have that much structure, but when you get the grill, it can be shot through and only has 11 points of structure. As soon as you reach the right level to join a faction, you will immediately get a 4x4 half wall, and with a half wall you almost completely cover that side. Half walls also make great side armor. They also make good frontal pieces in case you do actually want to elevate your guns, but keep in mind the structure on it, because once it takes 42 pieces of damage, you lose both your guns. When with the cabin, you have to take all 596 damage for it to kill you. I have no idea. When did I get the trouble bar? Let's see. Oh, get that at level 2. Okay. Yep, now that it showed you like a little moderate build for you noobs out there. I'm gonna take you out to a battle. Unfortunately, as you can see, you're not going to be at the right power score for quite some time to be able to get into wires. But it is recommended that you get the medium wheels or a cannon, because for some reason they keep on buffing every cannon except for the Avenger. But the Avenger is still OP as crap compared to things like the shotguns or the machine guns, which they just continually, mercilessly nerf. But as you can see, with the get the shotgun trade, you can not only get a shotgun, but you can also get a radar. Which, if you want, you just stick right here on the back. But keep in mind, it's going to conflict with your guns. You can stick it like right there, but it's going to have it's gonna make your car pull a little more to the left. Which isn't a bad thing, because you're able to spray all three of them in that direction. And as you can see here, the matches are quite even. They're quite set up even right now, except for that one person who's at 3,000, but it's a bot. Now on this map, I found out that drones are actually really good on. No, 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 no. Come on. Oh, crap. Get the gun. There we go. He's dead. Okay, that is the thug. I have absolutely no idea where it came from, but it's there. This person had a similar idea. As you can see, I got plenty of time. Okay, I thought I had plenty of time to kamikaze on him, to take him with me, but apparently I didn't. Who will win? Apparently Martin won. Okay, Gypsy, that's kind of a dick move. I don't think he knows. Martin, you might survive. It might become a draw after all. He's doing donuts. Enjoy. Oh crap, nope, he's coming. He's gonna kill you. Martin, it's the end. It's the end. It's the end. But he's too slow, and it's a draw. And as you can see, we got, I have no idea. Oh wait, third place. There we go. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little moderate tutorial. Remember, always keep in mind of the structure of your parts, especially the ones on the outside. It's on the outside that counts. These are cars, not high school girls. So remember, on the outside is what counts. So please leave a like and subscribe if you like. Goodbye.